We don't get that very often when we come to Tennessee. A lot on the line today. Of course, Corey Heim. Once again, Michael, it's like every time he's in the field, we're talking about him having a chance to make history, and that could happen again tonight. There's a lot of money on the line for this young man.
Wow, a $500,000 bonus if he can win this race tonight. And when I say if, I mean, you got to make him the favorite. Every time he hops behind the wheel of a truck, he's the guy, he's the story. His ability to fill a truck out and take it to the front has just been unmatched. Except for maybe matched by Kyle Busch, who's in the race tonight. That'll make it a little bit more challenging.
Yes, this is going to be so exciting. We have a stacked field coming up tonight, 36 truckers, but there's one guy that can take home that $500,000. Corey Heim, he's won the first 2 races of the Triple Truck Challenge. If he does it tonight, he has to win the race, though, Michael, to get that $350,000 bonus, bringing the total to $500,000. But he's got some steep competition. We've got 7 Cup drivers in the field.
The track has sprayed that down there to make a groove a little bit better downstairs. But when you talk about 7 Cup drivers racing tonight, I guarantee you they're going to be going up to the top. They're going to be looking around for places to go where the other drivers aren't. And you can see here, this is the application of the traction compound that is going down in the low end of the racetrack. And the team's out there checking it out, making sure it's sticky. But it'll wear off, and you're going to have to be versatile. You're going to be able to have to run all the way from that outside wall, Caitlin, down to the bottom. We're going to see the guy that you're going to talk to now do a little bit of all that.
I'm sure that he will, Michael. Kyle Busch is synonymous with Bristol Motor Speedway. 22 wins here across 3 series. What memories stand out to you about this place, Kyle?
A lot of good ones, that's for sure. Just, I mean, truck series specific, you know, being a part of the 2 Bristol sweeps, having a lot of success here at KBM, winning races with other drivers, as well as myself being able to go to victory lane here as an owner. So a lot of cool times being spent here in the last great Coliseum. A lot of history here as well, too. So look forward to making more here with the HendrickCars.com Silverado and making sure we can get one of our Spire trucks to victory lane.
Good luck to you. Kyle Busch, keeper of 68 wins here in this series. We'll be looking for 69 tonight, Jamie.
Always good to see Kyle Busch out there. Obviously, they're opting to wait a little bit, watch the others kind of work that traction compound in, right, Michael, before they head out on track.
And you can see right there Stuart Friesen dipping down into that, just a little bit high off turn 2. There's so many different grooves around this racetrack, so many different lines that you can take. But right now, I want to see if my truck can stick right down on that yellow line. Keep it low, wrap that turn, and see what kind of speed you can get right there up off the corner. I think the key to a fast lap here is how you can get back to the gas and hold it down as you exit the turns. And when you talk about speed, we're talking Bristol. I mean, this place is so fast. Everything just happens in a hurry. There's drivers out there that are just saying, wow, already. Can you believe? And look at the speed of our Rams here early in the session. Butterbean Queen up there in second. Corey LaJoie top 5, as you see on the left side of our pylon there.
Looking at Caden Honeycutt right now. Heartbreaker last week at Rockingham, Michael. We thought, oh, maybe this could be the time that he breaks through and gets that first win, but he had to go up against a guy named Corey Heim.
And that was special. Corey Heim had some suspension issues that he said, I talked to him earlier today, he said they hit him with about 8 to go, and he was just hanging on as he raced to the checkered flag. He said he just barreled her off into the corners and hung on late. As you could see here, this was a great finish.
Corey Heim in the 1 truck, Caden Honeycutt doing all he could. That's a teammate in front of them. They're trying to work around.
Look how close. Wow.
All the way to the finish. Corey Heim, another big win for him. That's 2 in a row. Caden Honeycutt, of course, in the truck that Corey Heim drove to 12 victories last year, and he's just so appreciative. And he leans on Corey. They look at the setup. They share all of their information when they have that time in the simulator.
Look who's fastest so far. Caden Honeycutt. He's picking things up from where he left off at Rockingham. He's going to be a contender tonight. This kid has been impressive ever since he showed up in the truck series, and he's going to do special things here. We already know that.
17 trucks have turned a lap here so far. The one of Corey Heim has yet to get out on track.
Here he
there
comes.
He is. He's coming out for his first lap here in this session. I like the all black and white look. 2311 there. He will be back in the Cup car for 2311 next week at Kansas. It's a lot of money on the line for him.
I love talking about that kind of cash with our truck racers. You know, we usually don't talk about 500 grand bonuses, but man, Corey has done some special things, and we're going to get to see him try to do something really cool tonight. But how competitive are things? You can see right now just 10th quick so far, so obviously he's got some stiff competition.
See what they did there? Time. 50% of the pie. He's been winning the last 28 races entered, 14 wins. Incredible numbers.
You could just put Corey Heim's stats up all afternoon if you like, and we will be in awe of all of them. Just really impressive. And you know, Jamie, we were we covered him when he first showed up here at Darlington a few years back. He was leading right up front late in the race at Darlington, a place he had never raced before. That told us he was special, and he's been proving it ever since.
He has, rewriting the record books. Right now, Caden Honeycutt on top. You're watching practice from Bristol, Tennessee.
Nothing stops Ram. That means we deliver knockouts. Boom. We don't just ride the bull.
We are the bull. Welcome to the jungle.
We're Hemi D8s, Hurricanes, and Hellcats. And we're backing them with America's best powertrain limited warranty. We're UFC fighting, donut making, NASCAR winning Ram.
Purchase and get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $3,500 bonus cash allowance on most 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab models.
I'm a 200-year-old elm, and while I might be holding up on the outside, on the inside, I'm dead. Oh man, it feels good to just let go. And if you don't have the right home coverage, well, this could break your bank. Switch to Allstate, and you could save hundreds. Put it on my tab. I'll show myself out.
What makes an experience? When race days become race weekends, and race weekends become full throttle memories. So pull up in your camper, pick your favorite spot, first race or 50th season. A community that lives loud, loves hard, and celebrates every damn second.
I was in a car accident and lost my memories of the last 8 years of my life.
Fox's critically acclaimed hit Doc is all new.
I need to be the doctor that I was. I will do whatever it takes.
And you can watch it anytime.
This is a formal investigation with regard to Dr. Amy Larson.
My job, I want it back.
Doc, all new. Tuesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
We are opening with a bang.
Fox Wednesdays, the battle for the floor is on.
Let's do this!
But the competition is not heating up.
We have a game-changing twist. The territory freeze, which makes your turf untouchable.
Fire.
Turkey legs. Spray tan. Until every other person has dueled.
It's intimidating.
Anything can happen.
Come my way, I'm sending you on the next bus.
Bring it.
You are just ice water.
The floor is all new Wednesdays on Fox, and watch anytime on Hulu.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series practice. New leader on top of the board, Ross Chastain, the fastest so far. He's turned 6 laps. Keep getting more drivers out there as this track is heating up. PJ1, or we like to call traction compound, heating up. Michael, we're getting more truckers out there.
Yeah, you can see Ross. He ran up on the back of the 98 truck of Jake Garcia, decided just to pause, rolled off the gas, now getting back into it. Getting the little gap there to see what his truck will do in the longer run. Obviously, a lot of speed early. As Corey Heim, breaking news. You ready for this, Jamie? Corey Heim is the fastest so far in this session. Ran his fastest lap on lap 17. And that is bad news for the competition, because that means he's got a fast truck on the long haul. So green flag racing tonight, watch for number 1 to be right up front as we expected.
And he went to the top of the board and decided he's going to bring it down pit road. Talking to the drivers, a lot of them wanted to get out here and just run a long run, see what they have, see where the truck goes. Obviously, we're practicing qualifying in broad daylight. It's much warmer than it will be tonight. The race coming up 7:30 Eastern.
But what you're looking for is a balance. If you like your balance, it's not going to change a great deal from daylight to dark. These teams have all kinds of notes, all kinds of tendencies about what trucks do when the track cools off at night. And you can see Carson just eating that bottom up. Good start to this session. He's currently in the 7th spot so far. Last couple weeks have been a little bit rough for Carson.
He's had a lot of speed, no denying that, but you see the trouble there. Gets in the outside wall at Darlington, and it continued last week at Rockingham, Michael.
Yeah, I just didn't see the speed all weekend for those Spire trucks. So just having that kind of a struggle is really unusual for this team. And wow, looks like a struggle there getting into turn 1. Wonder what happened there.
Up the track for Carson Hocevar. So Spire running 3 trucks this weekend. We don't typically see that this year. We're going to see it 5 times total, I'm told.
You can see maybe just trying to fill out that upper groove. We know that's going to be a part of the story tonight. Rolls in there to fill it out, and you can see the tires there leaving black marks as he went in the corner. They'll beat trucks up there, but we've got to get some laps on the track. As you can see, Carson's filling it out. I like this. That's a veteran move. Let's see what my truck does up high. Maybe the speed won't be there, but we can fill it out.
So Christian Eckes goes to the top of the board with 37 minutes remaining here. And it was interesting talking to drivers, crew chiefs throughout. They said, we want to run up there because we've got to know, how the heights are, how our truck handles up at the top, but we don't want to do it till the end of practice because it's rough on tires.
Well, plus you're running a second off the pace. As you see, the 71 truck just moseys right on by on the bottom of the racetrack. Carson's last time by was about a second off of his fastest lap so far. So just filling it out a little bit. And what about this kid? So cool to have Carson Ferguson in the lineup in the Ram number 25.
Yeah, Michael, there's been a lot of anticipation about Carson Ferguson making his Truck Series debut. Before practice, he was asking a lot of questions like, what gear do I need to be in? Asking about different levers and different nuances of the race vehicle. So how difficult, Michael, is it making your debut at a place as tough as Bristol Motor Speedway?
It couldn't be any tougher, Caitlin. This just gets it all out of you as a driver. You've got to throw it into those corners with a lot of confidence. And, when you do that, when you throw it in with a lot of confidence and the truck isn't there to stick for you, certainly it'll get your attention. Watch Carson as he works through the racetrack. What happens when you get loose? Watch him correct here. Whoa! It seems so innocent on TV, but I'm talking, you're running so hard here into these banks. You're trusting that the banks will hold you, and when they don't, it'll certainly get your attention in a hurry.
Amazing truck control.
You know what he might have said? I'm not sure if it's me or not, but something crazy just happened. We might ought to address this and work on it. But this kid has so many folks that are high about him and getting this opportunity. He's a Legends racer. He's a Bandolero racer. He's a cat that Austin Cindric looked up to. They raced together. He said this kid could get it done all the time and anything he got behind the wheel of. Stephen Parsons was also telling me how talented he was as a young Bando racer, and then he gets the chance in the
race for the seat. He ended up second. He came up short just to Mini Tyrell. End of that show that airs right here on FS1. But during that show, he did get one big win, a racetrack we hear so much about.
Look how crazy the competition is in this race for the seat. And you can see he just methodically made his way to the front. And despite all the crazy pack racing, he was able to drive away and get the win.
So he was scheduled to make his debut later in the season at Martinsville, but he got this opportunity this weekend. Found out, Michael said, heck yeah, sign me up, and he has done everything possible. Now remember, we talk about it every week, but this team does not have simulation. So what does he do to prepare?
He talks to his friends. He talks to Carson Hocevar. He talks to all the drivers that he has any kind of relationship with and says, what's it going to be like? He talks to his teammates. What can we do when I get behind the wheel that is going to make me feel comfortable? And there's not a lot you can tell someone that'll make them feel comfortable at Bristol. This place is just so tough and so hard for making your first shot. I like the fact that he's been out there for 34 laps. He's run the second most laps of anyone. So he's doing what he has to do, filling it out, understanding what his truck will do. He knows he was loose earlier. You can see we don't see a lot of turn to the right now. It's handling looks like right down on the bottom of the road. So I like where he's at, and maybe that slight adjustment was what he needed to get these laps in that are so very valuable for that young man.
He's a dirt late model racer, and I know Austin Cindric will be joining us for the race tonight. He's very high on this guy. They have a history together, so I'm looking forward to hearing from Austin more about Carson Ferguson.
I think the whole world is looking forward to seeing what Carson can do, and just this opportunity that Ram has presented to all these young racers, really fun.
And we love it. We appreciate it. We get to see new faces, new talent. Christian Eckes, so far, the fastest in practice.
Hugs to pay.
I don't know what this thing does at night. It's just all about point on exit. My really good laps are when I can have it pointed on exit. My laps are when I don't get it 100% pointed and I have just a little bit too much wheel for exit. I don't know what I don't know if that's like because I'm decently consistent at it, but I just don't know if that's going to show up more or less at night. I don't know. 10-4. I will say I'll need my right side leg support cut, if you could. It's just, with how fast we're going, it was just put my right leg asleep. I was just telling you what I'm feeling.
Yeah, no, 100%, that's fine. Do you still think you could use a little bit more center rotation there, obviously? Sure.
I don't think we're bad. There's more work that I need to do than there is for the truck.
Track green now? Yeah.
Why don't you go 1.5 rounds? The rear rotors are pretty hot, I think.
Copy that. How do you think our pace was there? Just okay?
When you could run those 70s was just okay. The one truck's out there running like half 50s, mid 60s. He does have less laps, but tires really aren't falling off that bad. You could run some 60s every now and then. I feel like we need to get into the high 60s, low 70s to be pretty good right here.
Yeah, copy that. I think a lot of my inconsistency came from just not being able to hit one and two right on entry to center.
Copy that. All right, did you get your brake in? How's the splitter look?
12 truck, straight away behind him, middle 3 and 4 now. Exit of 4, start and finish line going behind him. 5 back, 2, 1, you're all good. Next one's a 91, exit 2 now, SP. Clear.
Into the 14.
Right, Contos, give me a head shake.
Or tighter, it's just all shit. It started out like a little sketchy, but the last few laps, it was just less.
But for some reason, maybe just overcorrected, go in the corner, get a little loose like we saw earlier from Carson Ferguson, gets loose and corrects it and slides up the hill.
Dawson Sutton, good run, 15th place finish last week at Rockingham. The Tennessee Orange looking good. They're going to have a little bit of work to clean her up, though.
But cool looking truck celebrating the Vols here in Tennessee. Christopher Bell going to go truck racing with us tonight. One of the 7 Cup drivers that is a part of this event. That's the most ever. Isn't that crazy? And I talked to Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Jamie, and he said, we were supposed to run Atlanta and Michigan, the bigger tracks. I'm like, can I run? He said, can I run Bristol? I really want to run Bristol. That's what this place means. Everybody wants to be here.
Well, Ricky Stenhouse was talking to us about being in the booth with us. He wants to do a little TV, and then he got this offer, and he's like, I got to take a rain check. I'm going to be in the truck there. As we know, Stenhouse, it took his whole career, took all the way up until this year, Michael, till he got the opportunity to run here. But obviously, the guy we're looking at has quite the lengthy history in this sport. The Truck Series for Christopher Bell.
13th quick on his single lap run, but these teams are more about the 15-20 lap average. What kind of run, what kind of speed can we have at the end of a run? We know we're going to see a lot of green flag. We're going to see cautions too, but we're going to see a lot of green flag racing.
There's Stenhouse. 4th truck for Nice Motorsports.
He's currently 19th overall. Ricky has run
1577.
19 laps. 1577 is the call out from the team on his lap time. His fastest lap on lap 2 was only 1563, so just over a 1/10 of a second fall off. So he's got to be feeling pretty good about things. That time 71, within a 1/10 of his fastest lap, and that's after having 20-some laps on his tires.
Just his 3rd career Truck Series start. Top 10 at Daytona, and then of course in Atlanta. Let's take a look at Chandler Smith. Now this is a team everybody's looking at. They have won the last 3 races here as an organization. Of course, Chandler Smith got the win here last year, trying to do that again, but last week, not what they wanted to see. After we went off the air, we said he finished 4th. He was the point leader, and then this happened. Disqualification after tech inspection.
And that's a shame, too, because his truck was too low. The only time you want your truck to be too low is if you're at Daytona, Talladega, or Atlanta, because you're running wide open. You want that spoiler down out of the wind. But at Rockingham, you want that thing as high as you can get it. And the fact that you get penalized for being too low, I don't like that at all. It would be the equivalent, Jamie, of getting penalized because your truck's too heavy. Like that's not what you want, but yet it's a penalty. So it's a shame for this team because that certainly wasn't a performance advantage.
NASCAR told us they will not appeal. So moving on with that penalty and get back to racing and try to do what they're used to doing here. Let's listen on board 38 and Chandler Smith.
It's like right when it lands, it just kind of struggles to have great left front grip and left front wrap from landing all the way to the late half mark area. The only time I start struggling would be late exit and kind of losing platform, but I only had that like 2 times that whole run, truthfully, where last time we were here, it was pretty consistent.
If you're watching at home and wonder what he means by when it lands, that means when he leaves the wall. Let me show you exactly where that would be. When you leave the wall right there, but then right there, when you load up the front end down at the bottom of the racetrack, that's the truck landing right there where Kyle Busch just entered turn 1. And you want that thing to stay steady as you land into the corner and hopefully wrap that bottom like he was talking.
Good look at Kyle Busch here. He's 1 for 1 this season, Michael.
Yeah, and he's got great speed. He was 4th quickest, only ran 6 laps. So obviously, or excuse me, he ran 15 laps. His fastest was his 7th. So I think that tells you what kind of speed he's got. But obviously, with his experience and his knowledge of this racetrack, he felt something that maybe he thought could be better and will work on that truck.
There's Ben Rhodes. What a season that he has had. Started off lights out, great the first couple of races, Michael, and the last 2 have just been a struggle. Has a new crew chief, and I know, Caitlin, I listened to an interview with him this week. He said, we're getting back to basics. We are not straying from the setup that we know works here from last year.
Yeah, no question about it. 2 top 5 performances in both visits to Bristol Motor Speedway last year for Ben Rhodes. Listening in, he really liked the truck on that last run, but he said, I think we can get more out of it. He said, we're still lacking stability on exit. So his crew chief, you mentioned, is new to him. They've only done 2 races together. Cale Gale said, I'm going to go ahead and make a track bar adjustment. If you don't like it, I'm not scared to do a little bit more. Ben Rhodes currently occupying 7th on the leaderboard. Jamie?
So far, so good for the 2-time champion of the Truck Series. And a fellow Kentucky boy, just like our own Michael Waltrip.
That's right, Louisville, Kentucky, as he sees enough for this run. Swoops low off of turn 2.
So 29 lap run for Ben Rhodes. He brings it in. They'll make some adjustments. 26 minutes remaining here. Christian Eck is still on top.
And Doug.
Thank you both for coming in. I'm a bit worried about Doug Jr. I know how important Liberty Mutual is to your family.
They customize car insurance to save people hundreds.
Right. Well, Doug Jr. keeps writing this.
This Jr.
Well, at least he spelled insurance right, right?
He did not.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough.
No, Reed. I mean, it's slower.
It's just something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, copy. It was even worse in traffic. It's pretty tight. I don't think it has any contact anymore, but definitely did that first run, so just be careful of that.
Yeah, it's important. The left side hit hard, the right front didn't hit.
Yep, copy. Yeah, help me out all you can there.
All right, Christian, stick with me for a second here. I need you to fire it up. I'm pretty sure I know what the power steering deal is. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to bleed this power steering system. Just fire it up. I'm going to crack this line, bleed it, tighten it back down while you have it running.
Get a 15. You should be good right here. Still 5 back.
Watching those guys ahead of you there. All clear.
Right rear, and then as soon as it lands, it's like I just slip right through it, and I have nothing to like lean on and stick it.
Yeah, put them on the tape right here, on the tape. Come on back, come on, keep coming, that's good. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, all right, that's good, right there, stop.
Positive game with the front. The left front still needs to work better on throttle. Like it when it kind of drives off the left rear, it takes the left front turn away.
JBMotorsports, Lane Briggs, two-time winner here. Chandler Smith getting it done twice as well. This team has won the last 3 straight.
Nothing feels better than that. Winning at Bristol, being able to stand on top of that media center and celebrate with your team. Everybody loves Bristol.
How about the trophy you get here? That huge sword?
Yes. Great memories from this racetrack, mostly.
Good memories, and one, Michael, that, well, tried to take you away from us.
Yeah. 4,790. Every time the spring Bristol event rolls around, I get so many messages on the social media about, darn, it's good you're still here, Mike. And
well, here it is.
This is the day when I almost wasn't anymore. Driving around the outside of another car, get bumped up into the wall, and bam.
That car just disintegrated.
Or as Daryl called it on TV that day, it disintegrated. He added a D in there.
Unbelievable. And Michael, you came out of the hospital and raced the next day?
Check out this helmet. Anytime you get a tire mark, you're racing a stock car and you get a tire mark on the Kool-Aid Man, that's not a good thing. Those tires are pretty far away from the Kool-Aid Man when you put that helmet on, and you could see the deck lid there with a hole scraped in it. Really fortunate that that I was able to race the next day. I'm very thankful.
36 years ago. You are not kidding, Michael. A lot of good memories, and some, well, maybe you don't even remember that moment.
Well, I know that, that was 1990, and we were fortunate enough to come back in 93 and get a victory here in the O'Reilly Series, and also again in 2004. So I know what it's like to have those moments, but also got a checker flag or two here, which I can speak to how important it is to these guys out here racing today to get that checkered flag at Bristol. It just means the world to you.
Such history here and such a fast half mile.
Oh.
You talked about it. The speeds here.
It just happens that fast. You can't even put into perspective for the folks at home what happens and how quickly it happens. It just gets your mind crazy. We saw Carson Ferguson hop out there. He dives into the corner. His truck goes sideways. I bet he thought, well, I've never felt that before. And that's what happens here at Bristol. You're going to experience things you've never felt before.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Love every time we come here, and it's so much fun. We're doing it twice. We'll race here in the fall once again. As we take a look at Daniel Suarez. Don't get to see him in the Truck Series very often. He's having a great season on the Cup side. What's he saying so far, Caitlin?
Yeah, he hasn't been over to the Truck Series since 2021, but listening into his radio, he said the steering feels heavier than anything he's felt in a long time. So I just checked in with Chris Gabehart, and he told me they believe they may have a power steering box issue. They won't be able to fully diagnose that until obviously later in the day. But Michael, what does he mean by he feels like the steering is heavy? What does that mean exactly?
Well, generally, you want the wheel to feel a little heavy. That means those front tires are really gripping into the road. But if you've got a steering box issue, Caitlin, like I talked about, everything is multiplied by 100 here at Bristol. You do not want a steering box problem at Bristol. Things happen so quickly. The turns are so tight. You're carrying so much speed. And I think that just means he doesn't like the way the feel of the front end is to him. And you can see it. He doesn't have any speed. He's 28th fastest overall. He's run 28 laps, but just not the session that Daniel was hoping for here so far.
This is where these truckers are so thankful to have 50 minutes of practice. Michael, the last couple years, it was cut in half. They only got 25 minutes of practice on track before they had to qualify and then go into race. So it's some time to make some adjustments, make your trucks better.
That's a good feeling right there, Caitlin. Excuse me, Jamie. No matter what things are like, if you get on a roll, put a couple of top 10s together, have the kind of speed that we've seen out of Grant, even though he's only he just picked up his speed here in this session, so he's only 21st, but he certainly knows what it's like to have a good truck under him, and I guarantee he won't finish 21st tonight. This truck will be up in the top 5, top 10 before the night's over.
Certainly trending in the right way. I know it was frustrating for this team to have 3 straight weeks of something happening or just being off or the speed not there, but we've seen that come to life, and so back on a short track, expect more of that for Grant Enfinger.
There's Chris Wright. Played golf with Chris a week or so ago. Talked about his season and how much fun he's having getting to be a truck racer. Top 20 finish at Rockingham. Good effort for that team.
How's his golf game?
He's a better golfer than me. He has a lot of club head speed, as they say. People tell me all the time, you're swinging so smoothly, Mike. I'm like, well, I'm not meaning to. I'm trying to swing hard. It just doesn't come out right. But Chris is a great athlete, and he loves this chance to get to race in the Truck Series. Like I said, top 20 at Rockingham. Let's see what he's got tonight.
Who's the best driver at golf?
I think the guy that's driving the truck tonight, Ricky Stenhouse, is probably the best. And Denny Hamlin's at home throwing stuff at the TV right now, thinking he's the best. But I think maybe Todd Gillen, too. He's a fun golfer, a fun guy to golf with.
It's wild how that has changed in this sport. I mean, these drivers never used to go play golf. It was just too slow for them. Now in this day and age, they have more time. And now they're on the golf course hitting the links, so many of them.
Well, Dale Earnhardt used to go hunt critters. You know, that was his thing. A lot of people got into that.
That's right.
There's always been rest and relaxation for these guys away from the track. As you see Tyler Ankrum there, got some good speed in the 18 truck, and he's starting to fool around with that upper groove, and you can see there's getting some tread up there, some rubber laid down. So I'm going to be interested to see if these guys start venturing up there and seeing what maybe their balance is like up top. I don't think the speed is there yet, but you certainly want to feel it and see what you think. As you see, Tyler says, I'm going back to the bottom.
Tyler Ankrum, nice top 10 finish last week at Rockingham as we look at Butterbean Queen.
Riding right on the bottom of the racetrack. Corey Heim heating it up. Corey LaJoy is the fastest of our Ram drivers. He's 11th overall so far. Butterbean got a good start to this session, but he's outside the top 25 so far.
Butterbean's first time here in a truck, feeling it out. Time is ticking away, but Christian Eckes leads over Corey Heim.
Nothing stops.
Feeling on entry when the truck gets light, and then the lacking front on exit.
How do you feel over the bump there at the bottom of 1 and 2? Like you feel like the truck bounces really bad, or you feel like it's under control?
It feels under control. I started off a little freer there than I was before, and then just frickin' traffic got stuck.
Copy.
And like it almost like my late center was a little bit snugger as well. Like I was catching up on wheel.
For putting that back, that last run, we probably wouldn't have done anything other than to try that for you. One down on the track bar for the lateral.
Get in, finish throttle as hard as other guys can off 4, and then can't stop the decel with dip in 1. Bring it to me.
Made the front too positive, or the abs out of the track? It felt like it did, but... Did it look like it hit there, Turbo? Does not. Gotta be like the junk flying up, hitting it or something, you know, from the DJ1. You know, I want to take some wedge out, but if you feel like it's hitting the splitter, check it up, look at it again there, Turbo. I'll raise the front end on run here, but I don't want to go the wrong way, you know what I mean? Oh, I don't want to, like, work ourselves out, but if the photos say it's high, then I'm not, don't listen to me on it hitting. It must be just junk flinging up hitting it. I don't think it's splitter, like I hear it in the left side, like under my seat area. Yeah, I was thinking the skirts are still hitting. Look underneath the middle there, Turbo. I was thinking left side skirt truck arm related area, but could be wrong. I don't think the truck arms are hit. They're pretty high here. That's it, for. So if I take you some wedge out here, is that gonna make you too loose on entry still? I mean, I'm right on the edge of getting free, but if you think it's gonna fix the rest, maybe I can back my entry up and just wrap.
The driver behind the wheel is one of the actors in that show, Frankie Muniz. I know there was a lot of Malcolm in the Middle fans, over 6 years on the air, nominated for 33 Primetime Emmy Awards, Michael, and the reboot is coming back.
Look at Frankie. He's as happy as he's ever been when he's behind the wheel of that truck, though. Great picture there on the side of it of the cast of Malcolm in the Middle. See, making some laps here at Bristol, feeling what it's all about.
Well, I know when they were shooting that reboot, he was going back and forth from his truck to flying to Canada, I believe, is where they were shooting it. So putting in the time and effort, but he said, hey, I got to still do my day job to pay for what I truly love, and that's racing. Good looking truck. Here's another one of our Cup stars, Chase Briscoe, got the call late to jump behind the wheel. He was able to get in the simulator this week.
So fun to see these guys getting a chance to see what the truck series is all about. They started here. It's nice to come back and figure it out. It'll be fun to watch tonight.
Talked to Caden Honeycutt earlier, and I said, so you talked to Chase, you know, you get any info from him? He goes, actually, he came over, he was looking at my information. He hasn't been in one of these trucks in so long, and obviously they have speed every week, and it doesn't matter who they put in these trucks, they are fast.
This truck just jumped up in the top 5 on his 25th lap right now. Got some good speed. You know, as soon as you catch another truck, Jamie, it just takes away all your lap time. You know, it takes you another lap to get over that and get back into a rhythm. This place is a lot about timing. You know, you talk about the speed and the banking and how hard you drive. But you also have to have a bunch of finesse to be able to work that truck to the bottom, get it to do what you want it to do. You can't overdrive it or you'll slide up off the bottom, and you want to be down there as low as you can be, especially at this point in the day.
Well, we know Ty Majeski knows how to get around short tracks, and I was talking to him this morning. He was watching his truck go through technical inspection, and he said, I'm so excited to be back, you know, at this short track, but we've got to wait 3 months before we're at the next one, and then we've got him back to back throughout the summer. So certainly a truck to keep your eye on. Ty Majeski, a former winner here, 4-time winner on short tracks.
That truck will always turn up in the top 5, top top 10 right up front. Even when the other guy was driving it, Matt Craftsman, nothing's really changed. Still a lot of speed with the 88.
There's that 25 again. We talked about him. Carson Ferguson finding his way around. What a thrill. I can't even imagine what it's like trying to dissect everything that he's going through and feeling right now, knowing he's got to figure it out here in just a couple of hours, Michael. There's not much of a turnaround from practice and qualifying to the race.
You know what I like what I'm seeing, though, Jamie, even though if you look at the pylon, he's 33rd fastest overall. But the last time by, on his 27th lap, he ran within a 10th or so of his fastest time. So we know he was learning when he first went out. We saw him get loose, but he's also got speed as he goes through this session, so that's a good sign.
There's Luke Baldwin making his second start this season.
Up in the top 20 so far.
Yeah.
Luke's been impressive. He's out in Phoenix having lunch, and his dad, Tommy, was sitting at a table across from me, and he had his phone out watching Luke race in a late model back in North Carolina. So the family is all immersed in this opportunity for Luke to go out and be a part of the truck series, but a very, very talented modified racer as well.
Taking the opportunities wherever he can get them, and that can't be easy, Michael, where you're not consistent. You jump in and out of the seat. You've got to make everything in that opportunity, hoping that you'll land something full-time next year. Luke Baldwin's one of those guys.
Here's the fastest cat in Tennessee right until that lap when Caden Honeycutt took over. Cole Butcher, after a great run at Rockingham, he went out and backed it up with some good speed here at Bristol. Good to see this young man figuring out exactly what it's going to take to be successful in a truck. All the way from Canada.
Yeah, got his first top 10 last week at Rockingham. Made his debut here last September. He was driving for Stuart Friesen back then, Michael. He was one of those guys making the most of every opportunity, and here he got picked up by Thor Sport, running full-time. Caden Honeycutt, there's that fastest guy in town you just mentioned.
Big lap there. I think these guys are doing a bit of a qualifying run. We saw a 15.16 from Caden Honeycutt. That's a good 2.5 tenths faster than everybody else in this session so far.
So Christian Eckes was on top of the board for a while. There could be trouble, though. Let's listen.
Again, I don't know if it's just the power steering. Like, it's horrible.
Yeah, I guess talk to me more about this power steering then.
Just super, super, super stiff. Like, extraordinarily stiff.
Just bleed more air, so I can just try to fire it up and bleed it again. Like, I'm confident that's what it is, because the reservoir is so low.
That's that heavy wheel he was, we heard earlier Suarez talking about. He doesn't like the way the power steering, and this place will magnify any problem you have at all with your suspension, or especially your power steering, because like I said, the load that you go through in the corners.
Well, we had a caution earlier, Dawson Sutton, that was the issue they reported back, so something to watch for sure. 9 minutes remain here at Bristol.
Okay,
I guess I just need to not touch it at all and try and roll out of the gas slower. The way you're getting out of the gas is the same as them. But I mean, they're moving ahead of us, so we're doing something they're not. And then they're just getting in the gas sooner. Yeah, I can physically watch them almost run us over. So I don't know what to tell you. We're using either more brake or something fouled up in the truck.
This should be good. 34,462 in front.
One thing, and you get an accurate read on it.
I mean, it's kind of trended that way some runs. Like, I just feel like I fire off okay. Like I said, last run, I fired off kind of loose, and then it just got tighter and tighter and tighter, and then I had nothing in the front end left.
Copy.
That's decent for up there. A lot of guys up on this end, down in 1 and 2. Low bottom.
7 on the 91 at the same lap. 9-7.
Saw that hole right there. The 38's going to roll. Pull up here. Pull up because the 7. Now they're asking us to stage on the outside, but we're already on the bottom, so. Yeah. like I said, looking at the tracking to the 11 on them last laps here within a half a tenth, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, 10-4. Even to our teammates, we're pretty decent there, except Corey's obviously a little decent there on time, but...
I have no idea where we're at here.
We're not bad. That run wasn't great. The run before was pretty good. Everybody's super tight. Like, the field's really tight, but... 10th more raw speed on fire off honest would have been good. There's a bunch of mock runs, but I just wanted to decide on this. You can run it out.
Yeah, off the brake pedal. Concentrate on at least a 20% shift on your throttle. Like, get back to it, like snapping it back to it.
My new radio I'm testing, and I'm going to try my old one right here. This is my old one. Does it sound any different to you? Go back and forth. This is my new one with a couple trucks on.
Just so many variables that could come into that as well. You know, like I said earlier, you catch a slower truck, you're going to lose lap time. That's going to hurt your overall average. But it's no coincidence. Overall, the fastest truck in a single lap, and then across the board, watch for Caden Honeycutt this evening.
Lane Riggs continues turning some laps here, 11th on the board after 45 laps. He's in his comfort zone here at Bristol. It's been good to him.
Well, this is a great racetrack, and this kid has just been impressive since he showed up. Getting a victory here, you can see the good times that is.
2025 fall race here. Great restart.
You know what's fun, Jamie, when you win and there's nobody in your mirror? You're able to sprint to the victory, not have somebody all over the back of you, and that's what we saw out of Lane Riggs.
You know what made that more special and impressive was the fact that he spun on lap 1. They had to pit. They put on fresh tires there. They took those scuffed tires from the spin, put them on at the end of the race, and won it.
They checked those tires out and said, I think they're fine still.
Yeah. Heck of a drive.
Fresh for sure.
Let's get an update on Lane. Caitlin.
Yeah, well, there's always high expectations for front row when they come to Bristol based on their past success for both Lane and Chandler. But Lane not overly happy with his 34 truck. Just a bit ago on the radio, he said, I'm on the splitter in the middle of 1 and 2. It won't turn. You need to get me off the racetrack. Only he used some choice vernacular there that I won't say. But Lane obviously not overly thrilled with the speed he's seen right now in that 34, guys.
Well, and Caitlin, we don't see it in the long run either. You know, he's mediocre, 13th for single lap, but he doesn't really show up near the top of the running order and into the longer averages. So definitely things to be concerned about. But when you have the experience and the knowledge of what it takes to be successful at a racetrack like we've seen with Lane, he can communicate with his team. He might have the new knocked off those tires enough where you're not going to see that kind of speed, but maybe he's getting it closer to what he likes.
And this team has high expectations. They've won 4 of the last 6 short track races, so they expect to be where they need. Chandler Smith is teammate 4th right now after 73 laps, so he spent most of his time on the track, not on pit road, making adjustments.
Clayton
Take a
Green
look at,
from Texas.
Yeah.
Slipping into the pit road area. Got a career best 20th place finish at Phoenix. He has a sponsor on the side of his truck.
Is that a mule on the side?
Yeah, it's a workbench. Brr.
Our next race actually coming up is in Texas in a couple of weeks on May 1st.
Kyle Busch just starting this run. He also is absent from any of the long run averages, so that tells me that Kyle has been working on this truck, telling the team his knowledge on what it needs in order to be faster. He ran his fastest lap on lap 7, and he's run 50 altogether, but been in and out of the pits a lot during this session.
5-time truck winner here at Bristol. Things haven't been going his way on the Cup side of things. It's been rough for Richard Childress Racing. No top 10s yet this season. So he comes over here to the truck side, Michael. It gets you that excitement. When you see when he goes to victory lane, it's like it's his first win. It just means that much.
He's done some special things here, Jamie.
all 3 series, all he does is win, win, win. Look at that, 22 wins, most by any driver at a single track. I know he's taken the broom. He's had this sweep through the Triple Series here.
That's got to be the greatest feeling in the world when you come to a racetrack, have 3 events lined up, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you just win them all. And that's what he's done here.
There he is. Look at the young KB in 2010. That's when that old broom came out.
It's been pretty special ever since he's shown up. Being able to get to victory lane, win at every level, dominate, and there he goes up the hill trying to see what the track might give him up top.
68 wins in the Truck Series, most by any driver. And there's Corey Heim. He's up there for a bit, Michaels, since falling back to 11th.
Yeah, but if you look at the long run, he's right where he needs to be. A lot of speed for the one truck. A lot of confidence, obviously, for the one truck. But what a reward, what a bonus tonight could be for Corey Heim.
He's got to win the race. Extra $350,000. That would bring the total to $500,000. I know he's thinking about it. He wants that briefcase of money.
I'm thinking about it too. That's pretty cool. The fact that he's been able to do what he's done at Darlington, Rockingham. And can he get it done tonight at Bristol? I mean, this racetrack, how about that? Come out here and survive and win, and we're going to give you $500 grand.
And if it's not Corey, if it's one of our regulars and they're highest finishing, they'll take home $50,000. But all of our Cup drivers are ineligible for that extra cash. So just for our truckers.
Watch him work that wheel. It's like a surgeon just feeling what that wheel is giving him in his rear end, telling him what adjustments and how he needs to attack this racetrack. He's learning so much that you can't really see there. It looks like he's just making laps. He's feeling every nuance of that truck, what it does when he's right down on the bottom, what it does as he squeezes up off the corner low like he's doing there off of turn 4 versus Hemrick. Hemrick's trying that top groove out. We're starting to see a little bit more speed up there.
And red flag is out. That means practice session is complete. Drivers and teams will have 10 minutes to make some adjustments, get ready for qualifying, and we'll bring that all to you coming up.
I just wasted an hour learning how to use this finance app. Why don't you just get...
Got plenty of time.
Come get your lift so they can put them on.
Ryan. Real quick, let's take a 16th of Packer out of the front.
Everybody take a break. Think about what you're doing before you do stuff.
So Jason, from what I can tell, he's getting on the brakes at the exact same point as the 2, right? I'm comparing him to a lap of the 2. Clayton running a 16:30 and Luke running a 15:7. They're on the brakes at the same point, but Luke gets off of them and lets it roll. And then they get to the gas at the same point, but in 3 and 4, Clayton gets to the gas. Well, I guess let me say all this on channel 1, I suppose, yeah?
10-4.
Tomorrow night is baseball night on Fox. This week we've got Roman Anthony and the Red Sox versus the Cardinals, or it's Rafael Devers and the Giants against the Orioles. Baseball night in America, tomorrow at 7 Eastern, only on Fox. All right, practice is in the books. Here's our top 5. How do you like that lineup?
I think it's pretty stout, wouldn't you say? Late in the practice session, Chase Briscoe to the top by, 3/1000ths of a second. You can see how close things are. Nice run late also by Jake Garcia.
Garcia was on pole here last fall. 2 drivers, Briscoe and Honeycutt, already faster than the pole here in the fall. So they are getting it. Let's hear from Malcolm in the Middle superstar Frankie Muniz, Caitlin.
Oh, yes. Well, Jamie, you were talking about it, the special paint scheme. Malcolm in the Middle, Life's Still Unfair, your new show debuting this week. Frankie, I saw you posted on social media. This is kind of the combination of your childhood and your racing dreams. How special is this for you?
Honestly, it's insanely special. I mean, obviously, I think most people know me as an actor. You know, this show gave me every opportunity I have. It gave me the freedom to decide I wanted to become a race car driver and give it a shot. But like the fact that I got to relive it, come back, the show debuted today, I'm so excited. I had an amazing week in New York doing all the press and the premiere, and the fact that, like you said, I could have it on the truck. I don't know if that's ever happened before, you know what I mean, a TV show and the actor from it being the race car driver, but I'm so excited to be able to tie them together, and hopefully everybody enjoys the show, can watch the show and then watch the race, and hopefully we'll move forward.
I have always been curious, what do your colleagues in Hollywood think of your racing endeavors?
I think most of them actually think I'm crazy, you know what I mean, because like Hollywood is a pretty kind of cushy, I don't want to call it easy, it's hard work, but you know, I think unless you're a racer or you have the passion that I do for this, like nobody will ever understand, you know what I mean? Like I love this so much and it's so hard, right? I love the fact that I'm working so hard and I'm seeing little improvements. I still got a lot more to go, but I've got unfinished business and we're gonna keep trying at it.
Well, we look forward to seeing that truck out on track tonight. Frankie Muniz, great to have him in the series. Always a welcome sight for the fans. Jamie?
And Caitlin, I love his emotion. That guy is so fired up, so passionate about racing. Really cool. The two worlds coming together here in Bristol. We'll be back with qualifying coming up next.
That, you know, the front is going to want to turn. If you get to the gas, you're going to kind of transfer a lot of load to the rear tires, and you're going to, you know, almost snowmobile that front end, you know, and it's just going to want to chatter the front. Now, remember, you've built a lot of right front tire pressure, too, so, like, when we reset this back to kind of normal pressures, you're probably going to like it a lot more. It's probably going to turn better. So just, I guess, expect all that.
Yeah, Clayton, that was me. I was obviously telling you the wrong thing based on what Josh saw on SMT. So I was wrong on that. I should have known better than to do that before knowing all the facts.
It's all good. I was just trying to make sure that we were doing the right thing.
10-4.
There, Jason. I'm missing that.
During practice, I was saying to shelf the throttle as soon as he gets to the yellow line, so it was too early. It didn't look like they were rolling the center off brake, off throttle as much as what you just described. So I was telling him the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, I get that. Yep. I mean, it's hard to tell, right? I mean, I would have thought that he wasn't getting to the gas as hard as the other guys, but I think probably part of that is just the delay in the sound and the echo and everything is when they get to the gas, it's a light switch. It's on off. When he's getting to it, he's feathering it, so you don't get that roar of the engine. So that it maybe plays some mind games in some ways too, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad you looked at it because I would have led him down the wrong path even more. So I'm glad you explained that to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One team.
Hey, Josh, come talk to me.
I charge $225 per hour therapy sessions, or is this racetrack related?
It's a little bit of both.
All right, we can figure out the billing later. I'm walking to you.
You may owe me, who knows?
Oh, cool. Here I come.
One minute.
Out there and try to get the water temp up a little bit. We were cold last week on the line. You know what I'm saying? So.
Packer, everything.
Skirts, please.
Carson Hocevar, who was P3 after that practice session. Initial impression of your truck after that?
Yeah, I was happy with it. I was just glad I could, show some influence and get some guys to go run the top. There's a lot of Cup guys, so I was walking down pit road, and I was just trying to find anybody that had more experience than probably one truck race. I started pointing them to the top, and yeah, I had to lead by example. So after 8 laps, I went up to the top, even if just to try and burn it in. And so by the end of practice, I saw some guys up there, so I was really proud. But I'm really happy with our truck on the bottom, which made me feel good. If we weren't any good, I was going to go up to the top and at least just go run up there for fun. But luckily, we're pretty good. So hopefully I can get the top burned in and we can race. I think it's going to be really difficult to race on the bottom the way it's sprayed unless we get some guys up there. So it's a lot darker than we started. So hopefully we can get that going.
Good luck to you. Carson Hocevar, so far so good for him, one of 7 Cup regulars in the field tonight.
What do you think, Michael? Leading by example, getting some guys go up the track, work that upper groove.
We used to race around the bottom. We might see them racing around the bottom tonight, knocking each other out of the way, Jamie.
We will see shortly.
That would be hard to have. So if it's in the box, we don't know it. This is like the Cup car. I don't know what it is. We can unlock the column, spin the column, make sure that that's not bound, and then if that's not bound, we replace the pump and the steering box.
$196.
The generator come around pit road. We need to get that ready to come around pit road. Heater box, all that normal stuff. Get them off the top of that cart.
Let's roll.
Tonight, and so we got to get a solid qualifying effort in here. I think we're 14th, 15th there in fast lap in practice, but having a lot of fun. Like I said, I ran 90-something laps because you just have so much fun here at Bristol, and hopefully we can have a good run tonight.
You mentioned the fun here, but it is also very physically and mentally demanding. How much is that a true statement for Bristol?
Yeah, it's very true. There's so many things that you got to be ready for, and you're always on edge to be fast here at Bristol. And Ross and I were just talking. It's really hard, with the difference in power that we have here in the Truck Series versus what we have in the Cup car. You get a run on somebody there in practice, and then all of a sudden it's hard to kind of complete that pass. So that'll be something that hopefully the top of the racetrack will kind of help eventually bring in tonight is a little bit more passing. But yeah, these Silverados are hard to hang on to, trying to get them free enough to roll the center of the corner and but still being secure enough to not spin out. So it'll be a fun race tonight.
Great to have you with us in the series. Good luck to you, Ricky. Jamie?
I love that. So refreshing. He's just doing something new at this time in his career and loving every minute of it. Stayed out there extra laps just because he was having fun.
This guy's not having any fun.
No.
Danny Suarez doesn't even get to go qualify.
He had a power steering issue. We heard about that a couple of times throughout the field earlier. Timmy Hill as well. The radiator issue, and the 26, we saw his issue. He brought out the red when he got into the wall with the power steering issue as well. So Dawson Sutton will not attempt to qualify. They will all make the field.
Here comes Frankie.
Put down a fast lap, and here he is. We just heard from Malcolm in the Middle star, Frankie Muniz. See it there.
Fastest lap will earn the pole.
2 laps this weekend.
Leave the pit, take the green flag. Nice line there for Frankie. That's where you're going to see the pole 1 from. is eating up that yellow line. Hopefully carrying more speed through the center. See if he can pick it up on lap 2. That's faster than he's been all day there on lap 1. Fresh tires and a little bit of local knowledge, getting some laps on the track. You can pick it up when you go to qualify. See if we can get down in the 15s. 1580. Good pickup for Frankie in his pickup with Malcolm on the side.
Nothing like having to go out first, right? Or being told, hey, you were going third, but you're going out first now. Buckle up, boy.
Clayton Green hitting the high banks. You want to get all you can coming to the green. Looks like he had a nice job winding it up off pit road. Nice line there for Clayton Green and that 22 truck. So fast back to the gas, Jamie. That's the key to a fast lap, I think, in qualifying at Bristol. 15.86 on lap 1. I think you can get it done on lap 1 if you hit your marks just properly. I don't think there's really a favorite between the 2 laps. We'll see as this session rolls on. Yeah, a little bit slower there on lap 2 for Clayton.
Good looking truck. Next up, Spencer Boyd, another black and white truck. He's a new sponsor.
Yeah.
Running the last couple of weeks.
Tequila.
Yeah.
On the side of the 76.
We know how hard this young man works at his craft, but also bringing in these new sponsors. Always has a good looking paint scheme, bringing new partners into NASCAR. Didn't have a good go at it last week at Rockingham. Wants to turn things around here at Bristol.
I was down there by that truck today, and man, just all these trucks. You know, we used to come to the racetrack, especially short tracks, Jamie. Some of the trucks at the bottom of the grid, or some of the guys outside the top 20 in points, look a little rugged. But there's no rugged trucks down on pit road right now. After the race tonight, there'll be some rugged looking ones. But right now, those things are pristine. Frankie's got to be proud of that lap.
Yeah, he does.
Talked about picking up a lot after practice. He was able to do that. Picked up nearly half a second in his qualifying run. We saw how energetic and happy he was talking about his craft in Hollywood. Well, he's going to be proud of that lap he just turned here.
Here's Andres Perez in the 44, the first of 4 NASCAR trucks.
He was top 10 in practice, Jamie, so we're going to get a glimpse real quickly here at what kind of speed it might take to sit on the pole.
We saw how good he ran last week. Really impressive for him at Rockingham.
He ran a 15:43 in practice earlier.
Just needs to finish where he's running lately. He's had some great speed. You see him tracking in the green right there.
15:57. Hear it hitting the rev limiter there as he gets down the corner. That's a good feeling for the driver. You know you've really maximized off the corner. 15.45.
Yeah, faster second lap there for Andres Perez.
That's about what he ran in practice. So he made a qualifying run late in that session, Jamie, and therefore he was accustomed to what the truck might feel like he got everything he could in those 2 runs. Whereas Frankie, he didn't make that qualifying run, so he was able to pick up a lot. This is a guy we talked to a minute ago, talking about running high. I bet you he doesn't do that now. What do you think?
I think he keep that track as short as possible, right?
You can hear that
around.
That rev limiter is very important. Listen, that means he's hit the max RPM, and that means he exited the corner strong. Sooner you hit it, the better it feels. 15:14.
To the top.
Fastest lap we've seen here. A little bit wide off turn 2. See if that hurts him.
Checkers right here. Checkers.
Yeah, about a 1/10 of difference. You saw him off turn 2. He was just about a half a truck width wider than he was the lap before. And I talked earlier about maybe there's not a real favorite between lap 1 and lap 2. It's all about nailing it, hitting those exits right on the bottom of the track as tightly as you can and as fast as you can.
Here's Chase Briscoe for Tricon Garage, making his first Truck Series start since Bristol Dirt in 2023.
Tried to swing up a little bit wide there coming to the green. Maybe get a little extra momentum with that. But you can guarantee he's going to be right on the bottom, a little bit wide there off turn 2, and that hurt him. As you can see, Hocevar ahead. Able to get it right to the bottom there. See if he can pick up on lap 2. Sounded like a really good entry into turn 1. And look at there. Our ghost truck is showing it.
Ahead of the 77.
Into the back straightaway here.
Second, up to the top, right at the end for Chase Briscoe. 15:10 is the time to beat. Just like he did in practice, jumped up there right at the end.
I don't think that'll hang on. I just feel like somebody's going to go down in the 14s. That's a fast lap here. They're already faster than the pole here last September. You can see Chandler Smith going high, going to angle it down. And you can hear his rev limiter hit right at the start-finish line. So that was a good entry.
See that ghost truck and how he compares to Chase Briscoe.
Third quick on lap 1. See if he can pick up here down to the bottom. Watch him work that wheel. Working those feet just as feverishly, too, I can promise you.
Checkers checking up right here. You'll be coming.
All right, third for Chandler Smith with a 15:23. Plenty of Cup stars still to come. Corey Himes in the field. He'll have his shot at the pole. We'll see who can hang on, bring home the pole for tonight's race. There's Seabell.
This is the NASCAR Cup Series. Bristol, Sunday at 2 Eastern on FS1. Driven by a dream and a shot at $2 million.
Believable.
The American Rodeo Regionals, tomorrow on FS1.
When congestion has you feeling off, turn on new Afrin Saline, made with seawater, and feel the rush of extra strength daily relief.
Wow.
Afrin Saline. Now, the wow is real every day.
Blue Chew is my new go-to. This stuff right here has changed my life. This is something that you
Of both ends. They stay wrapping the yellow line all the way through exit, or were they on throttle a little bit and just kind of pushed up through track? Yeah, they were lower than, you know, some of your laps that you were higher on exit. They were lower than that, but they weren't all the way in the black, like super low. I mean, obviously the trucks look like they still steered good off the exit there, so they weren't real high, but they definitely weren't low in the black. Yeah, 10-4. Eight more after this 14. Yes, correct. But just go ahead and just cross the finish line, get her woe down, get through one, and then on the right there, just past the center, you can start to turn down. Just easy on the splitter. They're stopping us in those first few stalls on the backstretch. 10-4. Guys are hitting the chip there a little bit. A couple car lengths on entry. 10-4.
Might be better to just focus on the line.
Kind of where I'm at with it. That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to pick your brain about it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we had talked about previously. I think we just stick with that.
4. Said the 5's fastest. He did that coming 2, but he was fastest on lap 2, so all good.
Yeah, for sure.
27 Joseph and a 38 of Chandler Smith. Like, you beat his fire truck. You did good.
Tell me what the 12 runs right here.
I will. I appreciate the hard work here, guys. We'll have to do a little better, get you tuned up here for the race, Brendan. Appreciate the hard work here.
10-4, sorry. I tried to drive it.
The yellow line, they had the tire almost on it, and both of them were back to throttle pretty hard. 10-4. Get it slowed down here. 39 there. 39.
Good job, man. What'd you have there?
Yeah, just messed up my first lap. Just sloppy.
Oh, good. Hey, we'll go get them tonight.
He had to play with the throttle in one. He tried to get back to it too soon, and he played with it on the second lap here. Second lap's 35 P4.
Turning in turn 2.
10-4.
Lap that are been back there around 8th or 9th, but yeah, for the most part, I'm sorry, their first lap, but for the most part, it's kind of mixed both ways, bud.
10-4.
Yeah, Briscoe ran 2, was quicker on his second. Hostbar was P2, quicker on his first. Ricky shut it down on his second. I would run 2. A lot of guys were better on their second.
Yeah, 10-4.
Copy. Thank you.
And he knew that's all it took in order to not be able to pick up any speed on that second lap.
Loose off turn 2, and that forces him to abort that lap. So Stenhouse with a 15:28, good enough for 4th right now. Luke Baldwin.
Luke Baldwin coming your way.
Driving for Team Rayom, getting this opportunity. How important is that launch right there, just to get those tires? That's your one chance to warm them up before you hit the green.
Well, it's, you know, it's a little bit indifferent because you got all that back straightaway to get things gathered up. So it just depends on your strategy. You saw Ricky, the NASCAR veteran, shaking his tires left and right. Some of the other guys just right up on the bank and hit it as hard as they can. So just depends on your philosophy, how you want to go about it. I think either way's, you know, either way will work for sure.
Yeah.
Baldwin's very loose there, battling that truck. Oh, there he is again. Can see the back end.
He has his hands full.
There we go. That's probably Tommy Baldwin on the roof. Abort, abort. Let's call it quits. That wasn't what we were looking for. We're loose. We get it.
Save that truck. So he'll settle in 10th for right now.
We're going to take a replay of him getting loose. And so what that means, Jamie, we're going to look at his whole lap because he gets loose every which way. Anywhere you could be loose, this 2 truck was loose. But Luke did a great job hanging on to it. He was trying to get all it had, but just ask a little bit more out of that 2 truck than was there.
Here's the 25. We talked about him making his debut. That's Carson Ferguson.
I can't wait to watch this lap. We talked about him being slow on the overall speed because of getting up to speed and learning what it's like to wheel one of these trucks. Now he's got fresh tires. What will it give him in qualifying?
Fastest time in practice was a 15:88.
Picks it up by a 10th and a half, 15:73. Really good exit there. A little bit loose. I like where he had the nose, though.
I love how we can watch this onboard and see how much he's working that wheel.
We saw him working it in practice. Looks like he got the truck tidied up a bit, 15.48. Good lap. Basically right there with Ram teammate Brennan Queen.
You know, at least top 4.
Chris Wright,
average without those
81 truck for McAnally Hilgeman Racing up next.
iHeartRadio on the number 81 truck.
Put the both of the wires down.
Daniel Hemrick, his teammates, 5th quick, so we'll see what Chris can do.
I feel like Chris has been around for so long now, jumping from series to series, but he only has one career start here at Bristol in a truck. Relearning things somewhat for him.
the 12 look
See
tight.
if he
We're a
can
little
clean
freer
things
than
up
him,
here
so
on
we'll
lap
see what we got
2.
here.
Nice exit there. Ask a little bit more out of that truck, as you can see. Wobbling off turn 2.
Off turn 4, see if can make any kind of difference.
Yes.
He does. A big difference, Michael. That could be the biggest pickup we've seen so far. Chris Wright to 7th.
Nice job.
Christopher Bell.
Bell coming to town.
Driving for Halmar Friesen. Second start this year, finished 6th at Darlington.
P1, P2 is
I know this sounds
14, P3 is a 20.
a little silly to say, but one of the favorites to win the race tonight. In one of his few starts, you could hear how long he was on the rev. Chip. That means he did a great job coming to the green. See what that means for his lap time. I just can't get over how much gas these guys are using, how long their foot's on the floorboard during his lap here at Bristol. Full send is what you call it.
3rd so far.
Oh, slip a slide.
15:20 for Christopher Bell. It's good enough for 3rd. So Chase Briscoe continues to be atop the board over Carson Hocevar. Plenty more drivers still to come. How about Jake Garcia? Can he duplicate what he did in the fall? How about Christian Eckes? He knows how to find victory around this place.
He said it was pretty good. He's headed your way. I couldn't really get much out of him.
Copy. Look tight.
One and two ended up just above it. Sorry, coming to green in 3 and 4.
P6. For that perfect lap here, man. You got this.
Copy that.
99, ran the grip, coming to green.
his first lap, but his second lap was the best.
Yeah, I copy. I'm just going to go to the bottom for reps.
Yep.
Quick. I like our
Store
changes.
setup. We know what works here.
1 second.
Well, if you want to have a good time, have a conversation with Ben Rhodes about
Yeah, I like our changes.
philosophy,
He's
about his
fantastic.
philosophy of NASCAR racing.
Good
He's
job, everybody.
very, very well schooled in the thoughts that it takes to be successful, and he's had so much success, and he's such a veteran.
His new crew chief, Cale Gale, won the pole here back in 2012.
Good lap. Oh, just
all over Chase Briscoe. Falls off a bit there. Ben Rhodes third.
he ran a 15-16-8 on lap 1, 15-16-9 on lap 2.
So you think we're going to get down in the 14-second range?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And it could be this guy, Gio Ruggiero.
Three top tens this season. See Rockingham 10th. He said he feels like something has just been off. Whether, you know, it's something with the balance, just not getting the feel that he really wants. Spent a lot of time on this truck for here. Good speed here, Michael.
That ghost truck really tells you why we're going to be running into each other tonight. You see how close those two trucks are?
Look at the speed.
But
they're mirroring each other.
They're trying to occupy the same part of racetrack. See if he can get it done off turn 4.
Can he beat his teammate? Knock him off. Top spot, and he doesn't do it. Gio Ruggiero 4th.
So off of 2.
Good run, though.
Like I was kind of at the limit of.
He's so fast. I just love what we're seeing out of this kid. And
Copy that.
this
Good
guy,
job, man. We'll work on him tonight.
our Canadian friend.
Mr. Cole Butcher.
Cole will bring the heat here. Had a great run at Rockingham. Top 10'd it.
First top 10 in the series.
That's a great entry. Exit, excuse me, off turn 4 to the green flag. I wouldn't be surprised to see him right even with our fastest truck when this thing's all done.
Yeah, and ThorSport got the pole in the fall here with Jake Garcia. And I know they're all looking at his setup quite closely. Tracking in the green. And he goes back to 7th for Cole Butcher here. Let's see if he can make anything out of the last 2 turns.
A little bit low in the center, which pushed him up on exit. A little bit slower on lap 2. Still a really respectable qualifying effort there.
Like the last 3 or 4.
Inching ahead of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Cat that's got a lot of laps around this racetrack.
Justin Haley, another Ram driver, one of 5 Ram trucks in the field.
Good looking number 16 Ram. See what Justin can do here on his effort. It's so funny, Jamie, you're sitting on pit road, anticipating this run around the racetrack. They tell you it's time to fire up and go on the road. And before you know it, it's over. Like, it happens so fast. It's just, you better be mentally prepared for the roller coaster that you're getting ready to hop on during qualifying here at Bristol.
30 seconds to get it done.
Good lap there on lap 1 for Haley. Don't think there's enough speed in lap 2. He slows down a bit.
Really nice job for Justin Haley.
Our fastest truck so far has been Chase Briscoe, and he got it done on the 2nd lap. And the rest of the guys got it done on lap 1. So I talked earlier, you can get it done either way, and that's what's happening.
We saw first at Rockingham, was on pole last week, was on pole here last fall. I know you'd love to see the country stars on board. We're in Tennessee.
That's right.
Rodney Atkins riding on board.
If you're going through home. Oh, look how close. Garcia 3rd quick so far, half a 10th off. See him tracking the green there. Can he get it done on lap 2 like Briscoe did? Oh, so tight.
This guy has been a qualifying machine. Is he going to come up just a couple feet short?
Yes,
second.
he is. Faster there on lap 2, though. Good job. Jake Garcia.
Christian Eckes for McAnally Hilgeman Racing. 7 top 2 finishes in his last 10 short tracks, including Bristol when he won here in March of 2024. All over the ghost truck again.
Back there. Yep, I will.
Nice line here for Eckes. He ran a 15.45 in practice. 15.16 here on lap 1.
I have
Look
a
at this,
feeling
though.
I know what it is, but I don't know that we can fix it.
So close, tracking to Briscoe.
He did it.
To the top for Christian Eckes. A 15.08 is now the time to beat.
That was awesome. That's a lot of pressure, Jamie, to go out there and pick it up on lap 2. He had a solid first lap, which means he did everything about perfect, and then he bettered it on lap 2. Really nice job there.
10 trucks still to go here. Ross Chastain for Nice Motorsports.
Ross was really good in practice, especially on the long run. This will be a truck you're going to have to beat tonight. We know how good he'll be.
Remember a couple of weeks ago at Darlington, leading the field on the final lap of the race, and he was passed by Corey Heim. Came so close to getting that win, smashing the watermelon. Like what you're seeing here?
I like it a lot, but it's not going to be enough. I like the way it sounds, though. Maybe pick it up on lap 2. What a great lap for Christian Eckes. Looks like Ross is faster here on lap 2, but loses a little bit of ground in the middle of 3 and 4. He'll pick it up, though. Top 10'd it.
Yeah, 12th to 7th on that second lap for Ross Chastain. 9 truckers still to go. Kyle Busch, he's always a threat. Caden Honeycutt, can he get the pole? He's been the fastest man today so far. And then, of course, there's Heim time. They're still to come.
Nothing stops Ram. That means we deliver.
You're fine on 1. Who said the same?
Chad. Is the only one that benefited from it. Everyone else, like the 91 right there, wrapped coming to the green. I will find one here.
Well, that's not going to work, because if we have to change the steering box, there won't be enough time.
One minute left on break. Clearance?
No, we looked at that. There's no paint that's scraped off of that. Where it's scraped off is full lock to the left.
So what are you thinking is the problem that you think it is?
I think it's a fluid issue, but we don't have that option, so.
He maximizes landing into 3 for sure.
Copy.
Pretty average, 1 and 2, like start finish to middle back, but that's where he maximizes lap time. And it's not something you can really duplicate other than just hitting it right. And obviously, he hit it 110% perfect. So just go out there, do our deal. Nobody that's run up out of their rubber coming to green has done anything, especially with the second lap. It's kind of a mixed bag, but the better guys, the second lap is the faster one anyway. So.
You mean the same? Like it's the same box? Is that what you're saying, Chad?
Fluid, the question you asked me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now I'm on it. I'm on the same page now.
Like the incorrect fluid?
Stretch. Yep, 10-4. Once I take off, just let me do my thing, and then just tell me,
green, white checkers.
Afternoon.
After the checker to slow down.
Tyler Ankrum next up. Just a handful, 2 handfuls of drivers still to go. They're all trying to beat Christian Eckes, who just went to the top of the board.
That was a great lap for Christian. We saw how he just tracked right along with Chase Briscoe until 3 and 4, just able to surge ahead, see what the 18 truck can do here. Ankrum had a good practice session. He was top 10. So he's got some ground to make up here in this qualifying session if he's going to do anything with Eckes. A little bit better on lap 2, closer to the benchmark there. He's going to pick up, I think. Sure did. 15.27 on lap 2.
Tyler Ankrum ends up 12th. So it's 2 lap, 1 round. Fastest truck will decide the pole for the truck race coming up tonight, 7:30 Eastern. Quick turnaround in between qualifying and the race tonight.
What about the top 10 drivers, 5 of which ran their fastest lap on lap 1, 5 on lap 2? So as a driver, Jamie, that's good news. You know, your team tells you that you can get it done on either lap. You go out and make a bobble on lap 1 that you don't like, you know you can still get it done on lap 2. As long as that bobble doesn't happen right there, coming to the white, because that'll mess up your second lap as well. Grant went 15th on lap 1. I love this cat. He's got such a great attitude, always a smile on his face, but the fierce competitor. Picked it up on lap 2 just a bit there to 15.24.
He's so laid back.
He is.
I mean, they just don't come, like you said, nicer. He's got a pet pig, got a couple of kids. He's got all kinds of things going on. Boy from Alabama, Rowdy Kyle Busch.
This is a boy from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Kyle's been in 1 truck series race so far this season at Atlanta. We know what happened there.
He went to victory lane.
All he does is win, 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 no matter what.
Let's see if he can win the pole here in this session. That truck looks very nice.
His teammate Carson Hocevar, 4th quick. So we know the speed is there.
Nice exit there. That'll pay off for lap 2. You saw him gain a little bit on Eckes. They're coming to the white. Tracking nicely. It's going to be all about the exit of turn 4.
Closes that gap just a little bit.
Well, you see that difference there, Jamie? That's the difference between 1st and 5th. That's how tight things are stacked up at the front of this field. Comes another Ram.
Corey LaJoie.
LaJoie was the fastest of the Rams in practice.
Rockingham last week, 7th. He will be in this truck for the remainder of the season. We saw his teammate Justin Haley 9th quick.
So he went from a full-time podcaster and part-time racer to probably full-time of both now, right?
And he added another kid through all that the last couple of weeks. He has a soccer team at home, 4 boys, podcaster, and now full-time truck series driver. Call it racing.
Well, the house full of kids is certainly his most favorite thing, but I'm going to guess that driving a truck full-time moved ahead of the podcaster world.
That's all he wants to do. Corey LaJoie, 14th quick there. Went up, just gained a little bit on that 2nd lap. Ty Majeski, I talked to him earlier today, Michael, and I think he referenced qualifying well 3 times and how important it is to start up front. He said because you start well, that means you're just going to get those stage points, maximize points, and that's what this team needs to do.
Wow. This kid is rock solid on the everywhere we go, but I just pay a little extra attention to him on the short tracks. You can see not quite able to match the pace of Eckes, but still solid lap. 12 fast on lap 1.
Majeski picked up the pole earlier this season at Daytona.
Wow, what a run off turn 4. Good lap.
Nice pickup for Majeski, 4th out of 15-14. These times, you mentioned it, look at.
I mean, it's crazy how close things are. And you wonder why they're all going to run into each other.
The top 25 were within tenths of each other.
The top 9 is only separated by 1/10 of each other.
Stuart Friesen.
He wants to go out there and mess that little stat we just shared up. Run her down into the 14, Stewie.
Got momentum on his side, finished top 5 last week. That was his first top 5 since winning at Michigan last summer.
That was a solid run at the Rock.
Christopher Bell is his teammate this weekend. That always helps things.
Yeah, you got someone to bounce things off of, a guy that you know understands how to get it done. It's got to be positive for that team as Stewart's tracking nicely on lap 2. I think he's going to pick up a lot. Into the top 10.
And he does. Christian Eckes, though, still the man to beat with 3 trucks still to go. Lane Riggs, 2-time Bristol winner.
We heard him talking earlier with his team that he didn't quite have the feel he was looking for in practice. The 34 truck wasn't handling like he hoped. See what kind of adjustments they've made and how he's able to qualify. Sound like a really good entrance into one.
I know we talk about how important it is to qualify well, but we saw him spin and come back to win it last year in the fall.
This is right there. Oh, he'll go second.
So close.
There's horses for courses, and you can tell this kid loves the high banks of Bristol. I don't think it's going to be quite as fast on lap 2.
So Riggs stays second with 2 to go. Your pick, Michael, coming up next.
Yeah, I think this kid gets it done, not only in this qualifying session, Jamie, but watch for him tonight. Just so fast everywhere we go. So confident, too. I think he loves where he's at right now. Look at those last 2 finishes. Excuse me, starts. Very great, very good in the qualifying trim as well as race trim. That's a great move through the center at 1 and 2.
Had the pole at Darlington just 2 races ago.
There he comes.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
To the top. Caden Honeycutt, a 15:06 on his first lap.
Oh, you could see he was even faster on lap 2, but swung wide, had to get out of the gas to keep out of the wall. I think he kept out of the wall. I didn't see any damage to the right side, but it was close.
And then there was one.
Oh, and it's a good one.
Yes, it is. Corey Heim won the last 2 races. Hasn't had a pole yet this season out of his 3 starts. See it there? Does he have anything for his teammate, Caden Honeycutt?
The answer is yes, he does. Can he put it all together precisely and beat the lap that Caden put down? That's the question. He's pacing in a position to do just that. If not on lap 1, on lap 2. Tight, Jamie. Not going to get there, though.
Checkers, get a woe down for turn 2.
I like that spotter reminding them to get it woe down so he can get on the pit road.
So Corey Heim, a little surprising there, 12th for him, and that means Caden Honeycutt, 2nd career pole in his 65th start. Look at that smile.
He had to wait till that 1 truck went, right? You know, that's the guy you didn't want to see left over when you're setting on the pole late, but Caden Honeycutt got it done.
I love this front row here. Starting second, Christian Eckes, 3rd career Bristol front row start. What a lineup. Well, let's hear from our happy pole sitter. Here's Caitlin.
Yeah, what a lap for Caden Honeycutt. How are you able to put that one together here at Bristol?
I don't know if y'all can see that, but that's what this place does to you, man. That is so awesome. I love this stuff, man. Just yeah, that second lap I just went after a little bit harder. I knew that first lap was really good. Just see if I can get a little bit extra. So yeah, that was kind of shades of 23 qualifying where I actually wrecked the truck. This time I didn't do that, and we get to start pole. So man, thank you, Safe Flight, Toyota Racing, Tricon Garage, my whole Evan crew. They've done such an awesome job the last couple of weeks, and man, we just that's not what you want to see. So I'm sorry to all my partners for that. But yeah, just a great job by my guys. We had a really good practice, good mock run, and a good qualifying run there. So get to start on the front row and see if we can pace both stages and see if we can go get our first one tonight. I've said the last couple of weeks, but I've learned a lot from the last 2 times. Like I said, you got to lose some before you win some. So hopefully tonight's our night. We'll see.
You mentioned after Rockingham, you've experienced life-changing confidence, having this consistency. What has it been like for you as a short track racer and having this opportunity and these results?
Man, it's like I told you earlier. I feel like I have so much confidence in this race team that I know I'm going to have great trucks. And just if I do my prep work right, thanks to Trevor Bain and Blake Cook, I know I can show up and be as good as I need to be and put the truck where it's supposed to be at. So, and just all the tools that we have at Toyota Racing, Slugger and Joe Dan and everyone that provides us with great stuff outside the racetrack to come and prepare and get us ready for these races. Just everyone back at Sim, GT12, they've done an amazing job for us. So, yeah, been really good the last couple of weeks. We'll see if we can go get one tonight and put Safe Lane victory lane.
So far, so good for Caden Honeycutt. Michael, what you got?
Caitlin, whoa! Did you see that exit of turn 4? That's crazy. Great job of hanging on to that truck. Have a great night, Caden.
They said, yeah, did a great job hanging on to that truck, and have a good night.
Yeah, thank you, guys. I'm sure that's, if we can find a replay of 23 and me wrecking the O2.
Look at that.
And then compare it to that, that's how you're supposed to save the truck and not like a couple years ago. So thank God we get to go race tonight.
There you go. You've learned, obviously, since that incident. All right, guys, he's starting on the pole for tonight.
It's a victory lap after his pole.
1 inch from the wall sideways. What a job by Caden Honeycutt.
Got our attention for sure. Second career pole for Caden Honeycutt. He'll lead him to green here in just a couple of hours. Christian Eckes, nice job. How about this? We have the most Cup drivers ever in a Truck Series race, but the top 3 are our truck regulars.
And our truck regulars said, bring it, boys. We want to see what you got because we think we know what it takes to get it done here at Bristol. And we saw a great performance in qualifying from Honeycutt, Eckes, and Lane Riggs. 1, 2, 3.
Corey Heim, Ross Chastain, row 6. We've got fast trucks throughout. Chandler Smith, Christopher Bell, row 8. That's a row we're going to keep our eyes on. Corey LaJoie, we know he's capable of running top 10.
Chris Wright, Minnie Terrell there in row 13. Brendan Queen, we think he will move forward. We saw how loose Luke Baldwin was during his qualifying effort. I bet he puts that thing together and has a great run tonight.
Carson Ferguson making his first career start. So big day, big night for him. Frankie Muniz, Malcolm in the middle. You see him starting in row 16. Let's hear from the man starting outside front row. Caitlin?
That would be Christian Eckes. And what a second lap you had there on your qualifying effort. What more do you think you maybe needed to claim the top spot?
The bounce was pretty good. I felt like I made a mistake on the second lap, kind of overdriving it and got out of the racetrack. So a little disappointed we didn't get the pole, but pretty proud of our Columbia Bank Silverado. Had some power steering pump issues in practice, so have to address that. But no matter what, looking forward to race tonight.
You're a former winner at this racetrack. It has so much prestige, so much history. What's it like when you win at Bristol Motor Speedway?
It's the best for sure. Be in such a big facility and then drive up the ramp over there to Victory Lane is super special. So hopefully we can do that today with our Columbia Bank team.
Good luck to you. That's Christian Eckes starting second for the race tonight.
Thank you, Caitlin. I love that about Victory Lane here. They literally drive up the ramp and they're on a roof. That's where they get the beautiful trophy and they get the sword. So much to celebrate. I love to see all these guys just light up when they mention racing here at Bristol.
And you know, if we take that to the next level, if Corey Heim wins, 500 grand's coming his way. The Triple Truck Challenge tonight. There's been 2 winners so far in the 3 races. Both of them Corey Heim. I mean, there's been 1 winner in 2 races.
That's right, same guy.
Same guy.
And if he wins the race tonight, an extra $350,000, making it a total of $500,000. A lot on the line tonight. We'll certainly be watching. That's something that's never been done before, winning the Triple Truck Challenge. that'll be a
Corey
lot to
Heim
watch
is
for.
doing things that have never been done before in the Truck Series every time he cranks his engines.
You're exactly right. Well, we talked about all the Cup Series drivers doing double duty. How about this list tonight?
Daniel didn't get to qualify, so he'll be coming from the rear. That'll be fun to watch. We know how strong Ross Chastain was in practice in the long run, so any one of these guys could win this race tonight.
I just love how Chase Briscoe got the call last minute. I don't think he's known for more than a week, maybe not even a week, that he was going to be in the truck, and he showed up, talked to the guys, jumped in the simulator, got up to speed, talked to his teammates, and here he is starting 4th tonight at Bristol.
That's when the phone rings. They say, you want to run Bristol? Yes. Who is this? It doesn't matter who's calling. You want to run Bristol.
Well, obviously, it's a lot of fun for these drivers. Kyle Busch, anytime he's in the field, we know what he's capable of. He's batting 1,000 in the trucks this season.
Look
How about this? These numbers are incredible.
I mean, they're just mind-boggling how dominant these two drivers have been. And when they go head-to-head, Kyle Busch has still got the best of him. But Corey Heim is the only guy you can put on a graphic with Kyle Busch. He's the only driver that's ever done Kyle Busch things in the Truck Series when it comes to wins.
Head-to-head, they'll be racing tonight against each other. Kyle Busch starting 8th, Corey Heim starting 12th. So you still going with that man right there?
I am. He's my pick. He's been solid all day long, fastest in qualifying, really fast in the 20-25 lap averages. Caden Honeycutt's my pick.
Well, we're looking forward to him leading the green. That's coming up tonight. Austin Cindric will join us right here in the booth. That's Michael Waltrip and Jamie Little. We're excited to have you with us. And tonight, under the lights at Bristol, it doesn't get better. Be sure to tune in to FS1 7:30 coming up for race number 6 on the season. Remember, race day on Sunday, 2 o'clock. The Cup race coming up at 3. Coming up next right here on FS2, it's America's Day at the Races. We'll see you all right back here in a couple of hours.